They say you can run from many things in life, but you can never run from yourself. And our sister Amara, she learned this lesson the hard way. This is a story about identity, deception, love, and that one moment when the mirror stops lying. So sit back, relax, and let me tell you about the day everything came crashing down like a bag of garri in the rain. Lagos, Nigeria, the city where dreams are made and lies are perfected. In the heart of Victoria Highland, there lived a woman named Amara Okonkwo. Well, that is what everyone called her. But here is the thing. That wasn't her real name. No. Her real name was Ngozi, daughter of a poor palm wine tapper from a small village in Enugu State. But Ngozi, she had buried that name 6 years ago, along with her past, her family, and everything that reminded her of poverty. See, Amara, or should I say Ngozi, worked as an executive assistant at one of the biggest oil companies in Lagos. She wore designer clothes, spoke with a polished accent that made people think she studied abroad, and lived in a fancy apartment in Lekki, Phase 1. Her Instagram bio read, luxury enthusiast, born with a silver spoon, living my best life. The irony, the only silver spoon she knew growing up was the one her mother used to stare ever in the small kitchen. Every morning, Amara would wake up 5 a.m., stand in front of a full-length mirror and rehearse her identity. My name is Amara Okonkwo. My father is a retired ambassador. I schooled in London. I speak fluent French. I summer in Dubai. She would say it over and over until she believed it herself. The mirror never talked back. It just reflected what she wanted to see. A sophisticated Lagos big girl, not the village girl who used to fetch water from the stream. But here is what Amara didn't know. Mirror have memory. And one day, they tell the truth, whether you are ready or not. Now, let me tell you about Amara's boyfriend, Emeka Okoli, but everyone called him Emeka. This man, he was the definition of jackpot. Tall, handsome, rich, and from one of the most respected families in Nigeria. His father owned a chain of hotels. His mother was a retired Supreme Court judge, and his younger sister was a doctor in America. Emeka and Amara had been dating for 2 years, and everyone said they were the perfect couple. They attended all the high society, even together. Weddings where the souvenir cost more than some people's monthly salary. Birthday parties break champagne flowed like tap water. And charity galas where people donated millions just to see their names in newspapers. One Saturday afternoon, Emeka took Amara to his family house in Ikoyi for lunch. This wasn't just any lunch. This was the lunch, the meet, the parents' official kind of lunch. Amara had been preparing for this day like a student preparing for WAEC. She bought a new outfit, a tasteful Ankara dress that cost 180,000 naira. She practiced her smile, her laugh, her posture. She even watched YouTube videos on how to impress your Nigerian boyfriend's parents. When they arrived at the Okoli mansion, and yes, I mean mansion, Amara's heart was beating like a talking drum at a wedding ceremony. Emeka's mother, Miss Beatrice Okoli, was waiting in the living room. The woman was elegant, sharp, and had eyes that could see through concrete walls. She was wearing a George wrapper and a crisp white lace blouse. her grey hair packed neatly in a bun. Good afternoon, ma, Amara greeted, kneeling down, properly as any well-trained Igbo girl would. Miss Okoli smiled, but it was that kind of smile that said, I'm watching you. Good afternoon, my dear. Please sit down. You are welcome to our home. Emeka's father, Chief Okoli, was more relaxed. He was reading a newspaper occasionally, laughing at something on his phone. Daddy, this is Amara, Emeka said proudly. Amara, the famous Amara, my son has not stopped talking about you. Welcome, my daughter. You are beautiful, oh. Thank you, sir, Amara said, smiling shyly. The lunch was going well. Too well. The jollof rice was perfect, the chicken was tender, and the conversation was smooth. Amara was answering questions like a professional. So, Amara, Emeka tell us your father was an ambassador. Yes, ma. He worked in several countries. France, Belgium, South Africa. Wonderful. And your mother, she is a businesswoman. She runs a chain of boutiques. Lies. All lies. But they roll off her tongue like butter. Then Miss Okole asked question that would change everything. That's lovely, dear. So when do we meet your parents? We are like to do the traditional introduction properly. Amara's fork stopped midway to her mouth. Her heart dropped to her stomach like a stone in water. Well, ma, you see, my parents they are abroad right now, very busy. But soon, ma, very soon. Miss Okole nodded slowly, but her eyes said, After that lunch, Emeka wouldn't stop talking about the introduction. Every day it was, Amara, my mom wants to meet your parents. Baby, we need to start planning the traditional marriage. When are you going to take me to see your family? Amara would dodge, deflect, and create excuses. My parents are traveling. My dad is having health issues. My mom is planning a big event. But the truth was that Amara hadn't spoken to her family in 6 years. 6 whole years. Her mother, her father, her 3 younger siblings, she had cut them all off. Why? Because she was ashamed. Ashamed of their poverty. Ashamed of their village lifestyle. Ashamed of her past. One evening, Amara was in her apartment, staring at her phone when she had her mother's number saved as unknown. She hadn't deleted it, but she had never called it either. Her finger hovered over the cell phone. Part of her wanted to hear her mother's voice, but the other part, the part that had built his new life, was terrified. What would I even say? She whispered to herself. Sorry, Mama, I abandoned you because I was chasing rich people. She put down the phone and poured herself a glass of wine instead. But that night, Amara had a dream. She dreamed she was back in her village, wearing her secondary school uniform, fetching water from the stream. Her mother was calling her, Ngozi, Ngozi, where are you? And in the dream, Amara tried to answer, but no sound came out. She had lost her voice. She woke up sweating, her heart pounding. The dream felt too real, too close. Now, here is where things get interesting. And by interesting, I mean dramatically chaotic. 2 weeks later, Emeka surprised Amara with a gift. A beautiful antique mirror. It was large with an ornate golden frame, and it looked like something from a royal palace. Baby, I saw this at an art gallery and thought of you, Emeka said, grinning. It's from the 1800s. Belonged to some wealthy family. Amara loved it. She hung it in her bedroom right across from her bed. Every morning she would admire herself in it, practicing a fake accent, a fake smile, a fake life. But something strange started happening. One morning, as Amara was getting ready for work, she looked in the mirror and saw herself, but not the polished, sophisticated version. She saw Ngozi, the village girl with rough hair, wearing a faded wrapper and carrying a clay pot on her head. Amara screamed and jumped back. She blinked hard, looking again, and the image was gone. It was just a regular reflection. "I need to stop drinking wine before bed," she muttered. But it happened again the next day, and the day after that. Each time the reflection showed her past self, staring back at her with sad, accusing eyes. Amara thought she was going mad. She covered the mirror with a cloth, but even then, she could feel it watching her. One night, unable to sleep, Amara sat in front of the covered mirror and had a conversation with herself. "Okay, Ngozi, Amara, what is happening to you? Are you losing your mind? Mirrors don't just show your past. This is Lagos, not some Lollywood movie." But deep down, she knew what was happening. Her conscience was catching up to her. The lies were piling up, so high that they were about to collapse like a badly built house. And then, as if things couldn't get worse, they got worse, much worse. It was a Tuesday afternoon. Amara was at work, in the middle of a meeting with some foreign investors, speaking in a fake accent, when her phone rang. The caller ID said, "Unknown number." She ignored it, but it rang again and again and again. Finally, during a bathroom break, she answered. "Hello? Ngozi, is that you?" Amara blood ran cold. That voice, she knew that voice. It was her younger brother Chinedu. Who is this?" she stammered. "Ngozi, it's me, Chinedu, your brother." "Sister, we have been looking for you for 6 years. Where are you?" Amara's arms were shaking. "Chinedu, I don't know what you're talking about. You have the wrong number." "Sister, please don't do this. Mama is sick. She has been asking of you. Papa too. They miss you. Please just come home." Tears started rolling down Amara's cheeks, but she quickly wiped them. I can't. Sorry, I can't." She hung up, and then she blocked the number. But guilt doesn't need a phone number to find you. That evening, Amara went home and sat in front of the covered mirror. She pulled off the clothes and looked at her reflection. This time, she didn't see Ngozi. She saw herself, Amara, but with tears streaming down her face. "Who are you?" she whispered to the mirror. "Who have you become?" The universe, my friend, has a sense of humor, and sometimes that humor is brutal. 3 days later, Emeka called Amara with exciting news. "Baby, guess what? My mom wants to throw us an engagement party next Saturday. All our friends and family will be there. It's going to be big." Amara's heart sank. "Emeka, don't you think it's too soon? We haven't even done the introduction yet." "That is the beauty of it. We will do everything together. Your parents can fly in, we'll do the introduction at the party, and then we'll set a date for the traditional wedding. Isn't it perfect?" Perfect. It was a disaster waiting to happen. "Emeka, I don't think..." "Baby, everything is already planned. The hall is booked, the catering is sorted, invitations are going out tomorrow. My mom is so excited that it's happening." Amara felt like the walls were closing in on her. She had 1 week. 1 week to either come clean or come up with the biggest lie of her life. That night, she stood in front of the mirror again, and this time something different happened. The mirror didn't show her Ngozi. Instead, it showed her mother, her real mother, sitting on a mat in their village home crying. Amara could almost hear her mother's voice. Ngozi, my daughter, where are you? Have you forgotten your family? Have you forgotten where you come from? And for the first time in 6 years, Amara broke down completely. She fell to her knees and wept like a baby. I'm so sorry, Mama, she cried. I'm so sorry. I just wanted to be somebody. I just wanted to escape poverty. I just wanted to matter. The next morning, Amara woke up with a decision. She couldn't keep running. She couldn't keep lying. The mirror had shown her the truth, and now she had to face it. She called her brother back. Chinedu, it's me, Ngozi. There was a silence on the other end. Then, sister, is it really you? Yes, it's me. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. How is Mama? She's not well, sister. The doctor says she has high blood pressure. She has been worried about you. Amara's heart broke into a million pieces. Tell Mama I'm coming home this weekend. I'm coming home. Sister, really? Thank God. Thank God. Papa will be so happy. After the call, Amara sat down and made another difficult call, this time to Emeka. Emeka, we need to talk. They met at a quiet restaurant in Victoria Island. Emeka was all smiles, excited about the engagement party, but Amara looked serious. Emeka, I need to tell you something, and after I tell you, you might not want to marry me anymore. Emeka's smile faded. Baby, what's wrong? You are scaring me. Amara took a deep breath. My name is not Amara Okonkwo. It's Ngozi. My father is not an ambassador. He's a palm wine tapper. My mother doesn't own boutiques. She is a petty trader. I didn't study in London. I went to a public secondary school in my village. I've been lying to you about everything. The silence that followed was deafening. Emeka just stared at her, his face unreadable. So, everything you told me, everything was a lie? Yes, I'm so sorry. I was ashamed of my background. I wanted to fit into your world. I wanted to be someone I'm not, but I can't do it anymore. I can't keep lying. Emeka leaned back in his chair, running his hands over his head. Wow. Just wow. I don't even know what to say. You don't have to say anything. I understand if you want to end things, I deserve it. Emeka was quiet for a long moment. Then he said something that surprised both of them. You know, what hurt the most? Now that you are from a village, not that your father is a palm wine tapper, but that you didn't trust me enough to tell me the truth. Did you really think I love you less because of where you come from? Amara started crying. I don't know. I was scared. Scared you had seen me differently. Scared that you had leave. And now? What now? Now I need to go home. I need to see my family. My mother is sick, and I have been a terrible daughter. I need to make things right. Emeka nodded slowly. Okay, then go. Go home, and when you come back, we will talk. That Saturday, instead of attending an engagement party in Lagos, Ngozi was on a bus heading to a village in Enugu. She didn't wear designer clothes. She didn't speak in a fake accent. She was just herself, plain, simple, real. When she arrived at her village, Everything looked the same but different. The red dusty roads, the palm trees, the small houses with zinc roof, the children playing football in the street. It was home. It had always been home. When she got to her father's compound, she stood at the gate, trembling. What would her parents say? Would they accept her after 6 years of silence? She knocked on the gate. Her younger sister, Adeze, opened it. The girl was now a teenager, almost unrecognizable. "Can I help you?" Adeze asked, not recognizing her own sister. "Ada, it's me, Ngozi." Adeze's eyes widened. Then she screamed, "Ngozi! Sister Ngozi!" Within seconds, the whole compound was in chaos. Chinedu runs out, then her younger brother Obinna, then her father, and finally her mother. Older, thinner, but still her mother. Ngozi, my daughter." Ngozi fell to her knees. "Mama, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me." Her mother didn't see anything. She just pulled Ngozi into her arms and wept. Her father joined them, then her siblings, and they all held each other, crying and laughing at the same time. "You are home," her mother whispered. "My daughter is home." That night, they sat together as a family, eating simple food, sharing stories, laughing about old memories, and for the first time in 6 years, Ngozi felt complete. Her mother held her hand and said, "My daughter, I don't know where you have been or what you have been doing, but I want you to know you never had to be anyone else for us to love you. You are our daughter. That will never change." Those words broke on something in Ngozi. She broke the walls she had built around her heart. Ngozi spent a week in the village. She helped her mother with chores, played with her siblings, listened to her father's stories, and remembered who she really was. On her last night, she sat with her mother under the moonlight. "Mama, I need to tell you something. I have been living in Lagos. I have a good job. Have been pretending to be someone else, someone richer, more sophisticated. I was ashamed of us, ashamed of being poor." Her mother listened quietly and said, "Ngozi, poverty is not a crime, and wealth is not a virtue. What matters is who you are in here." She pointed to Ngozi's heart. "Your father and I may not have money, but we raised you with love. We taught you respect, kindness, and honesty. Those are the richest that matters. But Mama, in Lagos, if you are not rich, people don't respect you. Then they are fools. And you, my daughter, are not a fool. You are beautiful, intelligent, and strong. Never let anyone make you feel less than that." Ngozi hugged her mother tight. "I love you, Mama. And I love you, my daughter. Now go back to Lagos. Live your life, but never forget where you come from, and never be ashamed of your family." When Ngozi returned to Lagos, she was a different person. She didn't go back to her fancy apartment immediately. Instead, she went straight to Emeka's house. He opened the door and surprised to see her. "Ngozi, you are back." "Yes, and I came to tell you everything. The real everything." They sat down, and Ngozi told him her whole story, her childhood, her struggles, how she built a fake identity, her family, everything. She held nothing back. When she finished, Emeka was quiet for a moment, then he smiled. "You know what? I like Ngozi better than Amara." Ngozi blinked. "What?" Amara was perfect. Too perfect. Almost fake. But Ngozi is real. Ngozi fought her way out of poverty. Ngozi is strong, resilient, and brave. That is the woman I want to marry. Tears filled Ngozi's eyes. You still want to marry me? Of course, but on one condition. What? What? I want to meet your real family, your real parents. I want to do the introduction properly. In your village, with your people. Ngozi laughed through her tears. Really? Really? And one more thing. You have to introduce me to your father as your boyfriend. I want to ask him properly for your hand in marriage. 3 months later, Emeka and his family traveled to Ngozi's village for the traditional introduction. You should have seen Miss Okoli's face when they arrived at the small compound. But you know what? That woman surprised everyone. She took off her high heels, tied a wrapper, and sat on the mat with Ngozi's mother like they were old friends. Chief Okoli and Ngozi's father drank palm wine together, talking and laughing like they had known each other for years. Emeka looked at Ngozi and whispered, "Your family is amazing." "They are simple people," Ngozi said. "No, they are real people. There is a difference." The ceremony was beautiful, traditional, authentic, and when Ngozi's father gave his blessings, saying, "My daughter, you have brought home a good man. May your marriage be blessed," Ngozi felt like the richest woman in the world. After the ceremony, Miss Okole pulled Ngozi aside. "My dear, I knew from the first day I met you that you were hiding something. A mother knows. But today, I see who you really are, and I am proud to call you my daughter." Ngozi hugged her. "Thank you, ma. Thank you for accepting me. Listen to this. Never be ashamed of where you come from. Your past is what made you strong. Don't run from it. Embrace it." That night, back in Lagos, Ngozi stood in front of the antique mirror in her bedroom. She looked at her reflection, really looking at it. And you know what she saw? She saw herself, not Amara, not Ngozi pretending to be someone else, just herself. Complete, whole, real. The mirror didn't show her her past anymore. It didn't accuse her or haunt her. It simply reflected the truth. Ngozi smiled at her reflection and said, "Hello, Ngozi Easy. It is nice to finally meet you." And for the first time in years, she slept peacefully. No dreams, no guilt, just peace. 1 year later, Ngozi and Emeka got married. The wedding had 2 parts, a big society wedding in Lagos and a traditional village wedding in Enugu. Ngozi's mother wore the most beautiful gorge wrapper, and her father couldn't stop smiling. Her siblings were so proud of their big sister. But here is the beautiful part. Ngozi didn't hide her family. She introduced them to everyone. She told her story, her real story, to everyone who asked. And you know what? People respected her more for it, because authenticity, that is the real luxury. Ngozi also started a foundation to help young girls from poor backgrounds get education and jobs. She called it the Mirror Project, because she wanted to help girls see their true worth, not the fake identity society pressured them to create. On their first wedding anniversary, Emeka gave Ngozi a gift, a new mirror, but this one had an inscription on the frame. "The mirror doesn't lie. It reveals who you are, and you, my love, are perfect just as you are." Ngozi hung it in their bedroom, right where she could see it every morning, and every morning she looked at it and reminded herself, I am Ngozi Eze. I am enough, and I have always been enough. And that, my dear friend, is how the mirror reveals the truth. Ngozi learned that you can fool everyone around you, but you can never fool yourself. The mirror always knows. And one day, it will show you who you really are. See, in this life, we spend so much time trying to be someone else. Someone richer, someone prettier, someone more successful. We create fake identities on social media, fake assets in public, fake lives to impress people who don't even really know us. But the truth always comes out. Always. And when it does, you have two choices. You can run from it, or you can embrace it. Ngozi chose to embrace it. She stopped running from her past and started building a future rooted in truth. And in doing so, she found real love, real peace, and real happiness. Remember, your background doesn't define your future, but denying your background will destroy your present. Be proud of where you come from. Be proud of your story, because your story is what makes you unique, what makes you strong, what makes you, you. Never be ashamed of your family, your roots, or your journey. The people who truly love you will love all of you, not just the polished version you present to the world. And if you find yourself standing in front of a mirror, wondering who you have become, ask yourself, am I living my truth? Or am I living a lie? Because at the end of the day, the mirror doesn't lie. It reveals, and what it reveals is always the truth. Thank you for watching the stories. What lesson did you learn from it? Kindly share your thoughts in the comment section. Give the story a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel for more inspiring stories. Until next time, bye.